Hey to my beautiful Capricorns, this is Dr. Leona coming on in for your weekly reading. This week's reading is all about Jupiter retrograde, and you're thinking, well, my ruling planet is Saturn. Why do I care about Jupiter? Why don't you care about Jupiter? It represents your Dharma, baby. Dharma and your ruling planet represents karma, and both will be retrograde at the same time, starting on October 9th of 2024 for Jupiter, and your ruling planet goes direct November 18th of this year. Of course, whenever you see this video, it's meant for you. We do have this energy of Jupiter retrograde all the way through February 4th of 2025. So this video will include predictions for next year. If you're interested in that, stay tuned to the very end, guys. We are also going to be doing an extended. You can find that over on Patreon. If you join Patreon, of course, as a VIP, you get tons of benefits. Every video I make, and there's literally thousands of them in the archives right now. I wish I was joking because it represents a lot of time and effort and energy. I can't even believe I put all that in the last 2 years, but it's really there, and I feel very grateful. Patreon is growing, and so thank you to everybody here on YouTube, my subscribers. Thank you guys so much. I am a true psychic medium and would be very happy to introduce myself to you during the live event for all paid Patreon members. It's free. If you're not a paid Patreon member, that's okay. You can get a ticket. 36 bucks. Just send me that over on Venmo. You can find all the information in the description box below. And that's also where you can find the link for the extended. All right, guys, I hope that's enough information to get you started. We have this awesome energy of Jupiter going retrograde, Jupiter currently in Taurus. Now, here's a Vedic astrology secret about Jupiter retrograde if you have it in your chart. Oh, an Emperor coming out to play right away. That's good news for my beautiful Cappies. Of course, I have Capricorn placements. I have two planets, a very special yoga. That's an auspicious thing because it's Capricorn. In tropical astrology, it's Aquarius. Not so exalted. However, in Vedic astrology, which shows the exact degrees of the planets, and I use the advanced mathematics guys too, so I think of myself more as an astronomer than anything else, but I did study with the THRU for 16 years, and yes, that includes the cave situation with no bathrooms in it for multiple days. We can talk about that maybe during the live event if you want, although it was pretty traumatic. So here we go. Look at this, double fours. I see this energy with 4 cups and 4 swords as somebody having angels all around them, 4 and 4 coming through. I'm also seeing from my beautiful Cappies, there's an Emperor here. I don't know who they are exactly, but that 4-4 energy keeps coming up for me recently. And, you know, yes, of course, archangels and numerology, I'll take it. It becomes a number 8 as well. Karmic cause and effect, as well as the number of abundance. We are in 2024, which happens to be a 4-4 year. So this could be something happening where Mars goes retrograde. That's part of this energy, I think. And there could be some healing happening. Some healing is necessary. I'm also seeing a particular Emperor whose birth date simplifies to 4-4, and they could have Mars in Capricorn. Okay, someone here has Mars in Capricorn. I can feel that energy coming through the video. All right, I'm getting 6 of Cups and the Moon. So in the past, the two of you could have lived together. There could have been an energy here of getting together in the past and in a way that was hidden. So something that was hidden. It could have been at your home. If you're not the Emperor, it could have been at your home. If you're the Emperor, you may have gone to this person's home. They could have been a mother. Cancer energy coming through. Cancer, Aries, and Scorpio are present. And the Moon is hiding a slow energetic turn for this person where they are thinking about you, even though they're holding back. So this is a deliberate holding back, right? So this person's got their arms folded. They've got their knees brought up to their chest. They see that gift from God right there, but they are not acting on it right there. There's 3 cups up. They're not even looking at them. They're not looking at that big cup being handed to them by God in the traditional Rider-Waite deck. God is literally handing a big golden cup to somebody, and they are willfully ignoring it. So someone here, an emperor, may be willfully ignoring a gift from God, and that could absolutely have been you if you have that Empress energy. And if you're a mother, if you own your own home, especially if you have a home near water, it doesn't have to be in your backyard. It could be though. All right, like even when I lived in the French Quarter, the river was just 2 blocks away and I could see it from my rooftop. So, you know, maybe it's not in your backyard, but you're near enough to it that you can see water or that you can hear water. That's a very interesting thing. Someone here can hear water from their house. Like, I don't know if it's ocean or river or a pond or something. You can hear like ducks or something. I'm getting that. All right, my beautiful Cappies. This person needs to heal their past, something to do with their childhood and their mother in particular. There could also be some energy here from my beautiful Cappies of an adult child that has to heal something. You have to heal something with from the past. If you're a mother, they could be an emperor themselves. All right, that adult child energy is here also. Something very slow here, slow energy towards abundance. This is that Ace of Pentacles for my beautiful, beautiful Cappies. Now look at this, guys. In the past, there was a hidden relationship. It was there. It was coming through already. And I talked a little bit about that. I think I referred to it already. There was something that was hidden here, something that was secret. All right, and that's some 7 and 4 coming out now. 7 of Wands, 4 of Swords. That is the energy of 7/31/2022. All right, that becomes a 2-6. I wouldn't be surprised if we see that here in the video at some point. The energy of the 2 and the 6. What does that mean? Well, I can see here that we have that triple conjunction that happened on 7/31/2022 between Mars right here, Uranus, which is conjunct with Jupiter at this time, Jupiter retrograde. They're both in Vedic Taurus. Alrighty, so we have this energy of sudden life-altering change connected to Jupiter. Jupiter is our Dharma. It's the Dharma, it rules a Dharma Bhava, the 9th house. It also rules a Dushtana house. So that is where we have the death house, the graveyard, a cemetery. It's connected to those things, but also through that energy is things like foreign travel and living in another country. If you have Jupiter in your 12th house, that is a good sign that you could temporarily live in another country. I have Jupiter in my 12th house, and guess what? I have lived in another country. I've gone to school in other countries. I've lived there. I've gotten degrees. Like, I have good luck overseas. A lot of times, a lot of good luck going overseas, and that's all because of that 12th house energy with Jupiter. Now, if you have Jupiter retrograde in your chart, what it might indicate with any retrograde planets, that's called Vakri in Sanskrit, and that doesn't mean backwards, it means crooked. The path is going to be winding and long for you when it comes to the energies of your purpose in life. You may not understand what that is. And your purpose in life, if you have a Jupiter retrograde conjunct with, say, the moon, let's say that you are a Sagittarius ascendant. I know that this is a Capricorn reading. Sagittarius is your neighbor. But you could be a Sagittarius ascendant and still have a Capricorn sun, Capricorn moon, still have Capricorn placements. And that's the example that I use quite a lot because it is Saturn, your ruling planets, D9 or Navamsa. We treat grahas or planets just like people in Vedic and sidereal astrology. So let's say that this person has that energy in Gemini in the 7th house for those that have that Sagittarius ascendant. Oh my golly, what we have happening there is a person that is going to betray their mother and their mother's husband when they become a husband or when they marry a husband or a masculine partner. If they are not a masculine partner, when they meet a person with masculine energy, and this is for any gender, guys, any and all of the 72 genders, and those that have, you know, that are non-binary and trans, whatever you have happening, it is for all of you. Okay, this is just that energy. You could betray that mother. You may also, especially if that mother was a teacher, especially if that mother was a teacher who also was and is a Sagittarius ascendant themselves. Yes, that happens in families. I've seen it, a cluster of Sagittarius ascendants, a cluster of ascendants with similar placements. That is a group of people that have karma, massive major karma together. And with that Saggy energy, that's a lot of warrior energy. So it could actually be that these people may have in the past fought in wars together and are coming back around to help repair things together. So for that Jupiter energy, Jupiter rules Sagittarius. So that's why I'm talking about it a little bit. Pisces is the other sign that Jupiter rules. But wherever you have Jupiter, wherever you have Pisces, wherever you have Sag, wherever you have your 9th house, whatever is in your 9th house and whatever is in your 12th house, this is all affected by that transit of Jupiter retrograde, as well as Taurus in your chart and the 2nd house and Venus. Venus and Jupiter together are that husband and wife energy. It's very likely you could meet somebody through family at this time, also perhaps through your work. It could be your voice or their voice that attracts you. You could be attracted to a person that may have a lower left extremity issue, lower extremity issue, like a lower leg issue. Somebody may not walk well. You may meet a person like that. Yes, you may meet a person with a family at this time. You could have expansion and growth and luck within your family. And if you've not had that this year so far, I call it the Take No Prisoners year 2024. So if you've had some difficulties, guess what? Yes, it's going to get better for you. I see that happening here. I think that this Emperor is holding back right now, obviously, with the 4 of Cups and the 7 of Wands. They're quite defensive about this situation. They're really defensive. They need to heal a lot. And they act like a page, but they are a emperor. What's up? An emperor, I guess, yeah. Oh, boy. Yeah, there's 2 people here acting like pages. So, I see. This could be a marriage proposal with the Justice energy, Libra energy. We'll have to see. Let's see what comes up next. Oh, they may be leaving a higher level of commitment or coming towards you, wanting to make that commitment with you. Oh, my beautiful Cappies, you have a person coming towards you. This is a chariot being pulled by 2 horses. It's 2 horsepower. We're not talking about a Ferrari. This person is slow. And they're an emperor coming in as a page. So there's an emperor here that's present. You could be an emperor as well. How can I know if you were an emperor in a past life as a Vedic astrologer? I would see Saturn 2 houses before your sun. Yes. That's how I can know that. Do I have that placement? Yes. Yes, I do. So I used to come out as the emperor often, and I didn't understand why, and now I do. That's why. Who was I? What emperor? I actually do know that. It wasn't anything to write home about. And that's all I'm going to say about that. All right, guys, I do see Pisces energy here, a reverse hangman coming out. So this could be a person with Pisces Aries energy. That's a Gandanta point. There are 3 of them in Vedic astrology. And I do see, Cappy, that you're dealing with the one in particular that has to do with Pisces and Aries. Oh, also with Cancer. Yeah. Cancer, Leo, mother and father energy. And this has to do with someone being born in the world. Something new being born into the world. I do see this brand new relationship. Someone's holding back right now, but it is going to turn into a marriage. Okay. Ooh. Yeah. If you're not talking to your person right now, Cappy, it looks like you will be. There's a message here coming in. I see that Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune, Saturn turning in your favor. This is when Saturn goes direct in November. Okay. I see that a big change coming up here for you. they might talk to you around that time. And that's right around, like it's right before Thanksgiving. I see that kind of an energy here with this Emperor, the Libra energy, the Justice card. This Emperor could be an attorney. They could work in law. They could work in the justice system. They could be a judge. They could be a person that is in the IRS or something to do with taxes, rules, regulations. I see this energy here of them being very, very guarded. They could be with the Nine of Wands. That's often portrayed in the traditional Rider-Waite deck. This is Salvador's Quiche deck. That's what it's called. The Quiche deck. Look at that. It's my best Vanna White. I'm not very good at it. But this is the Quiche deck. Why is it called the Quiche deck? Like quiche as in the food quiche. Because Sal was a chef and probably still is. You know, just professionally, he now has his channel called Eat, Read, Love. Do I know Sal? You bet your boots I do. And look at this beautiful Mars energy right there with that beautiful red jasper. It even still has the sticker from his store. He sent that to me. He's such a good human. And he sent me other things too, but unfortunately TSA absconded with some of my stuff. Now I'm going to go ahead and use the scry that Sal gave me right now because the other side is suggesting I do that. When I picked it up, the moment I picked it up, they were like, yeah. Go. Okay, they're telling me right over here. Oh, this is all about a relationship. It's coming from someone you already know. For those of you that know this person, there's a relationship coming in for you. You already know them. Wow. Ooh. Oh my, look at that. Wow. You're going to get messages from this person. Look at this, the Moon, the reverse Hangman. We've got the Six of Pentacles, and we've got this big cup of love attached to the Wheel of Fortune. And that is attached to this energy of the Two of Cups. So I do see this person having a change of heart. So you may not be talking right now. You may not be together right now. If that's the case, I see them having a big change of heart. I see two people who love each other, who have passion for each other, and I see a relationship, a love relationship forming. And is it a love relationship? Oh, hell yeah. This is a 10 of Cups. Capricorn, I don't know, love is coming in for you in a big way. If you're already in a relationship, I'm kind of wondering if you're fully happy in that relationship. You very well could be this Emperor yourself. All right, you could be the Emperor, and I don't know. How are you feeling about the relationship you're in? Some of you, I think that you know a person or you know of a person. It could be a person from your past that you really want to move towards. But here's why you haven't yet. Nine of Swords. That's an energy of a lot of anxiety, okay, connected to specifically love. There's something called relationship anxiety, guys. I don't know if you've heard of that, but I work in that sort of field of psychology and coaching and mental health and all those things. Look, I see this energy of a relationship anxiety coming through. So some of you may have settled when you have anxiety and you don't recognize it because you haven't, if you aren't working with a therapist and you know that you're anxious, how do you know that you're anxious? Some people don't recognize that they're anxious. They think they're not. But are you self-medicating with food, with clothing, with gambling, with lottery tickets, with drinking, with smoking? If you're self-medicating in any of these ways, then you're not as regulated as you believe. You have more anxiety than you know. I notice that when I'm watching certain shows, I feel like I need to eat. I feel like I need to put something in my mouth. Why? That's called an oral fixation, and don't go there. That everybody's got it, because when you're younger, when you're kids, what do people do when you're upset? They put a pacifier in your mouth. They put a bottle in your mouth. And then as you get older and you grow up and they are no longer using those methods, they'll give you a cookie or a lollipop when you go to the doctor and you get a shot. you often would get a lollipop at the end of that ordeal. You'll be given food to make you feel better throughout your lifetime, especially in childhood when you're forming all these neural pathways that are going to give you the skills and the tools you need to cope later in life. And that's going to be the first thing you think of. So, putting something in your mouth. It can be cigarettes, it can be vaping, it can be anything like that. It can be chewing gum. I broke a couple of fillings this year because I was chewing gum. It pulled right out my filling right out, and I have to have that repaired now. But yeah, I mean, it's rough. So this anxiety is preventing you from moving towards the thing that you want, my beautiful, beautiful Cappies. It's time to get some help. Someone here may need to go and make an appointment with a therapist. Okay, that's Saturn energy right there. That's doing the work. Don't give up on it. You have to keep going. Slow, steady, consistent efforts over time render big, big, big results. People that I thought were pretty much hopeless in my own life, once they started to go to therapy and we began doing family therapy together, wow, big change. So nice, much better. And when there's some dysregulation, we now all have the words to say, I think things aren't okay right now. And nobody freaks out. Nobody feels like they're going to be abandoned. Everybody understands we're all in it together. And nothing like that's going to happen, that it's okay if things change or evolve, because no one is a prisoner or has to be or has to feel that way. So there's definitely positives that come out of it. I recommend it highly to anybody who is in this situation. You might be feeling a lot of anxiety, and it might be time to stop that so you can actually have a more fulfilling life for yourself, where you're able to get your wish fulfillment. You can't get it. It's an obstacle. The anxiety is an obstacle. You have to push through when you shouldn't have to. So Jupiter retrograde could be about somebody finally getting some help. For some of you, one of the obstacles that you feel is very, very much an obstacle has to do with your mom, your own mom. So there's something going on with your own mom. That you have some kind of burdens attached to this situation. It's not that your mom is a burden, but you have tasks, you have certain things you have to do connected to your mother and perhaps her home. So this is something I see a lot with friends, family, and clients, where we have like aging parents, aging population that do not want to leave their home when they need to do that, and they can't take care of it themselves, and they're hoping that you'll do it for them, or that they don't have the finances to do it themselves. And this is a difficult thing. So I'm going to tell you, I do see here that if you do have something going on with your mom, I do see your mom moving. I see someone here helping their mom to move. Someone here that's a mother may be moving. You could be moving to a new home. Someone could be purchasing a new home, and that could be part of this future burden coming up. Someone here may need to move. Guys, I moved this year, and it was an unbelievable hassle. Wow. And it's like so expensive to move, even when you use a U-Haul truck. I don't know how it all got to that level, and now I've got all this furniture in storage. I gotta deal with that. I'm gonna tell my friends to come and go shopping in my storage unit, because I want to stop paying the monthly fee for that storage unit. I want people to take stuff, and then I'm gonna just send a bunch of stuff back, or whatever. So I do see here this Lover's energy. I see Cancer, I see Gemini here, guys. I see a lot of Cancerian energy, to be totally honest with you. Libra, Aries, Scorpio, Pisces here. A ton of Cancer energy coming out. This is Mercury. Where is Mercury right now? Well, right now it is in Virgo for just a few days, but one day after Jupiter goes retrograde, Mercury goes into Libra. That is where it will find its bestie, Venus, for just a few days. And the very day that we have our live event over on Patreon, that day is the day that Venus moves into the 8th house, moves into Scorpio from Libra. If you look up in the sky right now and you have a star up, you can absolutely see at twilight Venus in that night sky near the moon, which, well, not now, the moon is moved beyond that, but it's not too far from the moon right now because it's in Libra. The moon is going to start, has been in Scorpio this weekend. I'm doing this on the 6th of October, and it's something that you'll see going into Sag, so it's not going to be super far away from that Libra energy. Libra is right next to Scorpio, and so we're going to see that up in the sky as Venus moves next weekend on into Scorpio. So big changes here. I do see it happening. Somebody making a permanent choice, wanting to hold on. I see a new beginning coming in, especially if you have Sag placements. I think there could be somebody with Earth energy coming at you, to be honest, and they definitely are coming in with some passion for you because we have that beautiful energy right there of that Knight of Swords. Let's clarify, guys, and I'm going to my beautiful Cappies. I'm gonna, oh, the black cat. Oh, guys, this is so weird. A client of mine passed away, you know, and that's it was expected. She was given 6 months, or actually was given more like 2 months to live. They weren't sure, anywhere between 3 to 6 months, they thought, and that was 5 years ago. And I told her, you know, she had the same cancer that I had, and I said, you know, she's older than I am, and I said, you know, I don't know what this could be for you, but I think it could be at least 5 years. And I was exactly right. I mean, actually, it was more than 5 years, a little bit more than that. So the black cat is interesting because right before she passed, she wrote me a letter, guys. It was really so sweet. Such a nice thing for her to do before she passed. She wrote me a letter, and her daughter shared it with me, which was also really nice. Her daughter also told me that right before she passed, she said that if she could be anything, she would be a black cat. So I do see this energy, past life energy coming back, past life good karma coming back in for you. This is a welcome surprise. It is number 12 here. So that's Pisces. Black is the color of Pisces as well. Why is that, you say? Well, I'll tell you. It's because Pisces is the depths of the ocean, and it's also the depths of space. So the depths of the ocean, it's the color black, right? It's dark down there. You can't see any light at the bottom of the ocean. Anybody that's a scuba diver, you know what I'm talking about. You don't even have to go to the bottom of the ocean to get disoriented. You just dive down deep enough and you do not know which end is up. You have to release some air to be able to see what direction the bubble's going, and then you can follow the bubbles back to the surface. Otherwise, you really do get disoriented down there. So the number 12 coming through, that is a call to service for someone here for sure. I see that black cat. There's a welcome surprise coming in, and it says the black cat is lucky. It has many lives. Fortune prepares for you. A welcome surprise. So I see somebody wearing something from Awe-inspired, a goddess from Awe-inspired. If you just recently did that, if you bought one of the goddess necklaces from Awe-inspired, someone here is wearing one of those. I can't quite tell what it is, to be honest with you, but I can see, you know, the color and the goddess shape. It's like a circular pendant of some kind. I'm also seeing somebody with more oval one from there. Maybe there's some other pearl or something. I'm seeing it, so I don't know. I thought I would share that. Let's go ahead and clarify the Lover's energy here. There is definitely something happening with someone's mother. You may have to move your mom if they're in an aging population. You may need to help them move or deal with their home in some way, or a person in the collective. This is a collective energy reading, guys. And of course, you know, I love you so much, my beautiful Cappies. You know that I'm part of this collective myself, and I want to see good things for you. I am your friend. Absolutely. I want to know. I keep seeing Virgo coming out. You know, it's so weird. I have a friend with a Virgo moon. I have a friend who has Mars in Capricorn, and I want to tell you a secret about that. Mars in Capricorn, or Mars in any earth sign, Mars represents the body. People that generally have that have darker hair, darker skin, darker eyes. That's where you'll see a lot of brown eyes with Mars in Capricorn. Yeah, yeah. And if you have the sun in Capricorn, interestingly, Capricorn is a cardinal sign. It's the air of earth. So if you have the sun, something that we see in the blue sky, you know, so if you have the sun in Capricorn, it is likely you'll have lighter eyes, blue, green, somewhere like a color, a shade of the sky. Yeah, the air. So that's going to be that air aspect. Yeah, the sun, because the sun has to do with the air. It's in the atmosphere. And Mars is the body. And what's the body made from? It's made from mud, right? That's that energy of the dirt. That's going to be the brown eyes, brown skin, brown hair. Yeah, absolutely. So interesting, right? All right, there's a past life relationship here. Now, this was for what? This was for that relationship. I want to clarify this energy of the Ace of Cups, of course. I want to clarify the Emperor over here. We're going to get some advice about that. And then there's two pages down here, a Page of Cups and a Page of Wands. We're going to get both of those. Advice from the universe right here, my beautiful Cappies. Advice from the universe. We have the Emperor's intentions here. We had the Emperor come out. It was the first card. It's the most important card, guys. So we have the Emperor's intentions right here. That means that there's an Empress involved. We put the Empress right here. And there's a relationship between these two people. It looks like a love relationship is going to be evolving. Some of you need to take some action towards a person from the past that still loves you and whom you still love. If you're not 100% happy, what are you waiting for? Okay, now I know it's complicated. I know it's not as easy as all that. This is that relationship, and this is for the finances, finance and career right here coming out in the reading itself. All right, guys, we have the Judgment card here, 1010 energy. So 1010 is the day after Jupiter turns retrograde. So I do think that that's a confirmation that there's something new happening for you with this transit, guys. Please come over to Patreon. I'm going to be sending us over there right now. All the information is in the description box below. If you want to follow me there, join me on Patreon. Come in as any paid tier, and you get to see unlimited individual extendeds for the individual signs, guys. It's incredible. At all tiers have that benefit. No matter what you want to do, it's super accessible. If you want, it's $1.01 between tiers. If you want to see energy readings along with those individual extendeds, if you want to see the extendeds for energy readings, and if you want to see exclusive energy readings that I do just for Patreon, that's all access. It's $1 more, and then $1.01 more is the VIP lounge. So there's just 3 tiers, and it's just $1 between the tiers, guys. And that is where you see the astronomy videos. That's where you get the free Vedic astrology chart and consultation. Yes, you can get a free chart online. Lots of websites do that, but you cannot get the consultation from the Vedic astrologer who has studied with the THRU for the last 16 years. Okay, so yeah, I mean, you know, there's that. That's a $350 value, and no, I'm not joking. And I go to quite an extent. I go to quite a lot of lengths if you want to talk to me about it. I also do free birthday readings for all of my paid Patreon members. If you're not a paid Patreon member, why aren't you yet? All proceeds are donated to Elephant Aid International, which helps with Jupiter energy. It's also an ancient Vedic remedy that helps to reverse and erase past sins. All right, my beautiful Cappies, I hope that this has been helpful and you've enjoyed this reading. There's some kind of a surprise coming in for you. There's a little bit of luck coming in. Some of you may escape a sticky situation and feel like you've got 9 lives. I see that coming in for some of you too. The black cat, that is my client coming through from the other side, certainly letting me know that she's still here. And number 12 is a call to service. And actually that client, her whole life was all about that energy, was all about being of service. And so I think that someone here may need to do some volunteering, may want to do some volunteering. Certainly there's a lot happening in the country right now in terms of hurricanes. My house was in the path of a hurricane, and that was very last week, and that's very difficult. And now another hurricane, Hurricane Milton. It was Hurricane Helene last week that really messed up the area where I'm from. It touched on a lot of states, guys. So now there's another one, Hurricane Milton, that's supposed to be mega and really pretty bad. So that's shaking things up for a lot of us in the United States here. And I hope that I'm going to see you guys over on Patreon until the next set of readings, which is going to be for that full moon. Enjoy yourself and stay safe, my beautiful Cappies. I love you so much. Mwah. Bye now.